y'all, a very controversial guest, a very bright character. Like, oh my gosh, she's just a very big personality, beautiful person inside and out. Okay, so you guys, where we left off at is at the time when she, you know, pumped the female, a cisgender female, and the female unfortunately passed away. What was it like? Like, when did you get the call?
Do everything away. I'm not really comfortable with that because we don't yet know the causation of Claudia's death. However,
Madam, why were you in jail?
For this girl that I'm telling you about right now. Okay. So they contacted me, and I said I'll think about doing the work, the extra, balancing them out. So I went home. I talked with Eve, and I said, Eve, like some of these girls wanted me to finish the work, and I don't feel comfortable. And Eve said, well, it'd be like if I came to you. If they're your friends, if I came to you and I said, girl, give me a little bit of candy, I wouldn't say open up a worldwide business like you had, but it's just between you friends. So I did that. And at the time, the girls fronted the money for me to get the new product. The one that was supposed to didn't, another one did. So I said, oh, tell her that when I see her, I'll give her an extra cup. Well, this girl gave the other girl another $1,000 that didn't get to me. So when I went to go do this work, I gave her what I promised. 1 cup of what she paid for, the other cup of the extra. And
what was the extra?
The extra was silicone. It was silicone DC 200.
So it was a lower grade.
It was the lower grade that these girls, that's what they paid for. So
okay, so now to educate my viewers and myself is because every time I got pumped, I always thought it was one silicone. No. So you guys, cause I mean I don't know. So with that being said, has you ever had any kind of complications with that grade of silicone before?
No, I have it in me.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So go ahead, because I don't know. Have any of y'all, like, when y'all comment,
if you went to Natasha, that's what you've gotten. That's where I got
allegedly
it from.
Natasha. Okay, allegedly.
If you went to Natasha, you got DC 200, and it's non-toxic, but it's not medical grade, and it's actually more durable than the medical grade ADRESS.
So it wasn't medical grade, but it wasn't it's non-toxic.
Exactly.
So basically, I probably got it. No shade.
Well, if you went to Natasha, you got it. I got it in me. Okay. She's the one that put me onto that.
Okay. All right, so go ahead, finish your story.
So Eve said I wouldn't consider doing a worldwide business, but if it's amongst friends, go ahead. So when I spoke to Backshots of Philadelphia, she's a notorious pole dancer.
Oh,
when
allegedly,
when I spoke to Backshots, and I said, okay, I will do it this last time, but you guys got to get the product, and you know that. Well, anyway, that $1,000 that the girl gave Backshots didn't get to me, and I didn't realize that till I got into court 3.5 years later. I'm like, wait a minute, she didn't pay $1,500, she paid $500. So then I started realizing, because it's like, oh, while I'm doing this, and I give her just those 2 cups when she's expecting 4, oh, I think I'm sick. Madam's trying to gyp me. I think I'll go to the police and let them know that the woman that they were looking for last year is still at it. And that's how that all went down.
Really?
And I was set up. And it was all because of the coin that someone stole. Now, mind you,
allegedly.
I was making millions of dollars. There was no need for me to steal $1,000. Yeah.
Okay, so this is all allegedly, but bitches always. If this is really real, but I'm really real. It's always over a fucking coin.
Over the coin. A petty coin.
A petty coin. You are sitting here with the premier madam, and y'all bitches talking about $1,000.
$1,000. I made
$100,000.
And I don't mean to talk about this in this segment because I don't ever want to be boastful when it comes to talking about the death of someone or serious injury. But I made $100,000 in 10 hours. There was no need for me to steal $1,000 from anyone. I was just more so in it now for the art of it. I love making women feel proud and good about themselves because someone did it for me.
Okay, so let's focus. Okay, so let's get back to the actual case. So when they initially charged you, did they knock any of the charges down?
There was a gamut of charges. However, practicing medicine without a license, the homicide, and aggravated assault stuck.
How long? Okay, so let me ask you this: how long after the actual pumping did it take for her to actually pass away? God rest her soul.
I got there in the morning at 11. She had passed away at 1:44, I think. Somewhere around that. Don't quote me on that.
What time was she actually pumped?
Probably around 11.
And
11,
so
12.
it was in like a 2-hour.
She passed hours later because when I started noticing adverse effects, when I was in a whole nother room pumping someone else, she came in because some of the bandages came loose, and she wanted me to
Revamp.
fix them. And I said, I'll be in there. But I noticed that she coughed, and I said, you okay? And she said that she thought that she just needed some tea or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her I'll be right in there. I rushed through this girl that I was with now. I bandaged her up and got out of there to get to Claudia to see what's going on, because I never encountered that before.
Mm-hmm.
So
what was her symptoms at that point?
she was just coughing, and I asked her, I said, no, like she had a tickle in her throat.
Okay.
And I asked her, did she feel like we needed to call 911 or anything? And she said no. And then I noticed that she looked over to the girl Shafay with a smirk, and they had a kind of dialogue between their eyes. And I'm like, what's going on? So she was like, she don't want you to call 911 because she feel like that they're gonna go and pump her. I mean, go and drain it out.
Okay.
And then I said, listen, you don't need to worry about that. If that's the case, then we could do it again later. But right now, it's your health that's mostly.
You told her?
Yeah, I told her that.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, that's contrary to the court records, because they have it that I was just flagrant and everything. And that's anybody that knows me. Eve was there. She knows me that what I went through when all this went down. It was never that. I called her when they finally said 2 to 3 hours later, called me and said she's going to go to the hospital. I said, okay, keep me updated throughout the night. And I will call them. And then finally around 11, when they said, oh, they're just running routine tests, we'll be back at the hotel shortly. I spoke to Teresa Gaffney. And so I said a prayer. I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning. I called the middleman and was like, okay, Claudia's back. How's everything going? And then that's when she was like, R.I.P. What do you think? R.I.P. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What's R.I.P.? And then I'm thinking, and then it just hit me. I'm like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. And that's how I found out that Claudia died.
Oh my God.
And from there on, everything went haywire. Yeah.
Oh, you guys, I am never really fucking lost for words, but I mean, how did you feel in that moment? Like, did you just feel like, bitch, my world is about to end? Did
it wasn't even that. Me personally, that it wasn't about that. It was the fact that someone ceased to live because of me. And although the coroner reports didn't come back for 5 months and a year later, which I was begging, please say it was anything else and don't say it was my hand, because that's spiritually, that's something very, very deep that I have to carry to my grave.
Yes, yes.
That someone is, dead because of my hands, my actions, and it was a.
I mean, I'm rubbing you like you the victim, but it's still on both behalves. Like, it's just, yes. You guys, I'm not trying to glorify or victimize, but it had to have been a tough time for you as well.
It was, but all I could think
knowing
about,
that you could have possibly you potentially or did cause someone's death, your mental and facing jail, going through all of that. So it's a tough time on her. I'm not sympathizing. I'm just saying, you guys. But go ahead. Let's continue somehow. Okay, so let's focus on the actual court case. Did you have support? You said you fought it penniless. Let's talk about that.
Well, my sister, Sherry, I'm kind of taken back.
I know, yeah, me too. Kind of put the mood. We got to talk about something else quick. Okay, so
she came to every court case.
Okay.
I didn't really get any support from the LGBTQ community. I didn't look for it, but now looking back, it was like, no, I didn't. Of course, I'm not going to get too much support from the mainstream community as well. So it was, my intimate few. My fiance, who stood by my side for all that. He's still here. My best friend Angel, and my sister Sherry.
Okay. All right. So, how much time did they offer you at first? Like, honestly.
It was 35 to 70 years.
Oh, wow.
And they wanted me to sign a deal for 15 to 30.
Okay.
And
you turned it down?
By that time, I'm just so full of psychotropic meds, because it really affected me.
What? Then you was full of what?
Psychotropic meds. Meds.
Psych medication.
To deal with it, because it was really harsh for me to deal with.
Okay, so did they put you in a male's prison? Or?
No. Actually, I was at RCF. Female.
Oh, you was at RCF?
RCF.
The whole time?
The whole time.
Oh, wow.
Not the whole 10 years, but when you're fighting your case,
Oh,
Here-
you was at
here
RCF.
in-
Okay, so that's a woman's county jail here. You guys on State Road. Okay, I didn't know that. But what was that like?
Well, I was actually in solitary confinement for 3.5 years.
Is it because you were transgender?
Because I was
sex
trans.
change?
Yes, they didn't know how to place me.
Yeah, because back then it was really unheard. You know.
And
yeah.
I mean, when I came in through the door, they doing a strip search, asking me where is it, pulling and tucking and opening my legs. Where's what? Where's what? Where's your dick? The paper said you had a dick. I'm like, no, that's been going for quite a while. And poor Nikki, my fiance, poor Nikki back home. All this came on the front news for him.
Did he know? He knew you too?
No.
He never knew. So your husband, are y'all still married?
Well, we're engaged.
Oh, engaged.
Yeah.
Still now.
Yeah.
But when it first happened, he didn't know you.
No, he didn't know. We didn't discuss stuff. I mean, it wasn't even evident. I lived my life in a straight world.
Yeah,
did
we
straight
always,
things and everything.
yeah. Beautiful,
and
and real as rain.
And the pussy was good.
And the pussy was good. How you know you got A1 green one?
They, he's still there.
Okay, right.
He stood by 10 years.
I know that's the
while I was in.
How you doing?
Right. How you doing?
Okay, so all right, let's get back. So they initially offered you. Wait, the deal they were saying was 15 to 30.
15 to 30.
Did you turn that down?
I turned it down. I told him, you're going to have to take that from me because I believe in a great God. And he knew my heart. And he knew it was not about the money. It was more so about helping others like I was helped. So, I mean, yes, I benefited from a lot of money. But I banked on the fact that God knew my heart. Mm-hmm. And if God says no, who going to say yes?
I know that's right. Amen to that. Yeah, amen to that. And that's not allegedly. Thank you God for that. Okay, so when did you what was your initial sentence? I mean, like the finish. What was this? What was the?
It was 10 to 20.
Okay.
And well, for the death. Well, this is how it was in the courtroom. You got time for that?
Come on.
Okay. When the judge asked the DA what did they recommend for the sentence, they stood up and, of course, they gave the whole deal of the fact that someone died and that someone was hurt and that they recommend 35 to 70 years. And the judge looked up at my mother, looked at my sister, Sherry, and then she looked at me and said, we're not doing this. She's never been in trouble before. You guys proclaimed that she was this villainous, this evil, black-hearted woman, and I've sat here with her for 2 weeks, and I have not seen an evil woman before me. So we're not going to do that to her. And the guidelines say 7 to 14. So that's what we're going to go with. But she said, but Miss Winslow.
But was it considered manslaughter or?
It was third-degree murder.
Oh, third
and she
degree.
said, but Miss Winslow, because you did it again after Claudia died, I'm going to give you 3 to 6 for it.
Oh, and this is for the second girl. Okay. But the second girl didn't die.
No, she didn't.
It was just the fact that you performed the actual procedure.
And this was in the courts. She said that she couldn't dance on the pole anymore, so she wanted to chastise me because she wasn't able to make it rain on her in the clubs, Onyx, like she used to.
Is this because you pumped her?
And this all came
Also, can she walk?
Yeah, she could walk. She just couldn't do what she needed to do on the pole, the dance pole.
But she's not affected in like walking, dancing, singing.
No.
Oh, okay. But she was at your court. Did she show up at your court date to testify?
She came to testify. Claudia's family wouldn't come. They said that this is in God's hands and that woman didn't mean to harm Claudia. So we're not taking part in this U.S. judicial system.
Okay.
Judicial system of a crucifixion. What's going? I get emotional when it comes to talking with this.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell even before. It's okay because it's unfortunate for everybody. Like and this is not me speaking on Claudia. It's just because at the end of the day, we as people we know what we want, and nobody is twist our arm and tell us that, hey, bitch, lay on this table and let me do what the fuck I got to do. We make that decision on our own.
So, but I must take ownership to say that I was not licensed as a physician, and I had no right touching anybody's body, and I do take ownership.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's really big of you. Fuck the madam right now, Victor Paige. Like we're gonna Paige. That's really grown woman of you to take that ownership and not just sweep it under the rug. That's really big of you. Thank for all of the viewers that's out there. I thank her for coming on my podcast to talk about it, you guys. We're gonna basically talk about we're gonna end this on a lighter note. You've been home for how long?
It's now about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. When you came home, how was it adjusting?
Oh my God. After being away for 10 years, everything was different. The building constructions, everything. I'm driving around in my Uber and I'm like the way they're building buildings, all that is different. You know, you got the instant girls now.
The microwave girls.
Yes, all of this. And they look great.
They do.
And the medical, everything. I mean, I had to pay for everything out of pocket. But there's so much new.
But first, before we end, around 2017, when I spoke to you, you told me that somebody visited you or contacted you while you were in jail. Okay.
Yeah, while I was in jail in 2017, my mom had got a letter because I had written my book, so I was sending out query letters everywhere, and she got a letter in the mail, but it was kind of like chicken scratch, and she was telling me, and I'm like trying to figure out why somebody writing my mother. My letter's supposed to be coming here that I put out as a query letter. And a query letter is what you put out when you write a book to get a deal. So she said, oh, it was somebody named Dutch or whatever. So I just told her to throw it away because it wasn't professional or anything. But I had later went to my cell. Mind you, I'm on the phone for my phone time in jail. So I went upstairs after the phone call, and I was telling my neighbor about this letter that my mom got. So she was like, wait a minute, Dutch? And she was like, you mean Kwame T. Dutch? And I was like, I don't know. The name was Dutch. So she went and pulled out a stack of books out of her cell and was like, I think this is him. And I was like, wait a minute. So I ran back to the phone, needless to say.
So that is told my mom, Dutch.
Yeah, told my mom, could you get that letter out of the trash and send it to me? So she sent it to me, and that started a very good relationship. A siblinghood.
So is this the Dutch from True to the Game?
True to the Game's Dutch with Terry Woods. Oh, okay. Dutch, he just had a movie on BET.
Wait, all of those books was in the prison system at the time. Yeah. I remember me reading them. Okay, so thank you. Shout out to Dutch. Philadelphia's own, right?
Exactly. Scoop the bitch off her knees,
right.
Baby.
So he was there to support you all the whole step
all the way. Everything he said, he puts into action. He's known as the Black Godfather.
Okay, and so you guys, today is, what's today? The 29th?
The 29th.
Tomorrow's the what?
The 30th.
Okay, so you guys, listen.
He produced my, he created my new movie, Madam in the Mirror.
Madam in the Mirror, you guys. And it's a movie and it comes out tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow on Tubi.
Tell your viewers, tell all of my viewers, where can they watch it at, you guys?
It's streaming now. By the time you actually see this, it'll be streaming on Tubi. Just look up Madam in the Mirror on Tubi and put as many eyeballs on it as possible, because if you get the eyeballs on it, it's going to Hulu and BET. And the Madam shall rise.
I think we can actually watch this tomorrow on Hulu.
Yes. By the time they see this, they can watch it now.
Yeah, by the time you
go
guys
stream it right now.
So listen. Will you be in the movie?
I'm starring in the movie. It's Madam in the Mirror.
No, but what, is it someone playing you?
No, it's me. Me.
So you're playing yourself.
The way he wrote it was so fantasy type crossed with reality. Like, my name is Paige in the movie. The detective I fall in love with name is Nick Banks. My fiance name is Nick Banks. And Uber. I'm driving Uber in. I'm not going to give the whole thing away, but I'm driving Uber in the movie. And struggling to be an artist.
So this has nothing to do with the pumping?
No, this has nothing to do with it. The book is about the pumping.
Okay, so you guys see, it's so much stuff. There's so many avenues, you guys, that we need to cross. But hey, listen. First of all, thank you for coming on this show. Thank you for coming on my podcast. When I reached out to you, you were very pleasant, and you told me that you love me. And you watched me. We both from South Philly, you guys. We're going to close this out with you guys. She has a book. Tell them about the book. It's called
Infamous
by
Black Madam.
And
it talks about everything that you want to know about this case. My life prior to the case, rising up to the case, my rises through my life.
You want to read the thing?
You want to read it?
Yeah, with struggles endured by a young transgender girl from the inner city of Philadelphia trying to make a way for herself out of no way, Paige Victoria Winslow, who also becomes known as the urban goth recording artist Black Madam, finds herself in the midst of an international scandal when her illegal black market silicone buttock injection services to many A-list stars goes woefully awry. It's more to it, but that's the gist of the story, you guys. When will this? She brought me my own personalized copy. I swear to God, I'm going to start reading this tonight. Is it available on the audio? Like, you know, when you on Kindle and all that?
You got to go to infamousblack.com.
Okay.
And you can download it for $9.99. Go to infamousblack.com and download it. Now, this came from the publishers, but I ain't received no royalties yet, so I wouldn't suggest that you go buy the hard copy. But if you really want the hard copy, okay.
This is my very own. I'm going to get her to sign it, you guys, because I know she's going to be larger than life, and this will not be this is not going to be her first and last book. It's not going to be a grand opening, grand closing. And I want to leave this on a brighter note. She has beat the odds. And when I say this, I know it's still a tragic thing what happened to the young lady that passed away. So, you know, my heart goes out to her. I wasn't there, but just from her being a young transgender woman, from getting the SRS surgery, from being a businesswoman at a young age, from having the fancy cars and all of what she done to now, she's did 10 years in jail for her mistakes that she paid. And she came out and she still was able to. Didn't you tell me that you drove Uber as soon as you came home?
When I realized that there was this thing called Uber, I saved up all my money while I was away for that year, $25,000. And the first thing out the gate, I went straight. I'll show you my ID. I took my picture of my jail clothes, my ID, renewed my ID, my driver's license, and rented a car so I could drive Uber. I made $125K in 11 months.
Wait a minute. She made $125K doing Uber in 11 months. How driven do you have to be to become from a millionaire to coming home and still getting at that motherfucking moga? Come on,
yes, a bitch had to get the coin.
I know.
Yes, I needed that old city apartment. I needed the Land Rover. So,
okay, so you, but yeah, yo, that is okay. So out of all she's been through, we're gonna pass all of the mishaps. We're going to talk about the now. For you to come home, what year was this? This was 2 years ago.
It was February the 28th, 2022.
But you must have been a driving bitch. No
18 hours a day. Hours a day.
Miss Thing, she drove that. I know your tuck smelled like fish grease, didn't it?
I don't have a tuck, darling. I have a pussy.
Oh, I'm still on here tucking.
Oh, Jesus.
Miss Thing, but did your cat smell? Did your cat smell like fish? 18 hours in a car,
honey. It was cooking. I was frying fish up in that car.
Okay, so listen, I'm pretty sure you got to meet some very interesting men.
I did. I really did.
Wait, give it to you. I did.
Well, that was the reason that I actually got the Land Rover, because I knew it would elevate me to the Uber Black. Uber Black.
Upper echelon.
So the upper echelon, you hoist these dollies up while you're driving. Hi, where we're going, and everything. And I've met investors who've helped me along the way to where I don't need to Uber no more. And then I've gotten advice about cryptocurrency, so I invested that.
I remember briefly you was telling me about it. Are you really hardcore into it now?
Yeah. Well, yes, I'm gonna come up. I ain't got an Uber no more.
I know that's right, but is it hard? Like, cause I wanted to try to get into it. Is that with coding and all that? Or
no, you just buy your coin.
A stock.
Just buy a coin.
Is it easy as everybody makes it?
I'm gonna tell y'all girls now. Y'all girls want to become millionaires with me? Get the XRP coin. It's going to blow. Somebody told me to get Bitcoin before I went away to jail. It was 98 cents then. If I'd have got what I could have afforded, was 10,000 of them. But I'm like, oh, no, I got my money. I don't need that. Child, I went away to jail when it was 98 cents. Came back, it was $65,000 per coin.
Really?
Per coin. So do you know how much money I would have had I... But what God has for me, no man can take away. I want you to walk me into this, Miss Thing. Madam me, Miss Thing. She's going to madam me in a different way. You said it's called XR who? XRP coin. XR. All the girls should get it. And you'll all be wealthy with the madam. Because I'm getting everything that they took from me. Everything. Oh. I'm the motherfucking mother of BBLs. And all these doctors making all these coins. I want my money. You want everything that they took from you. I want everything they took from me. But she said she wanted back and more. Okay, so when is this going to be? The book is out. The book is out. The book is out. Where do they go to infamousblack.com, download it for $9.99. You'll get the digital copy immediately to your phone and enjoy. And there's a lot. Forget about black. They call me Messy Madam in this book.
The Madam. So you guys, thank you once again, Paige Victoria Winslow, the Black Madam. You guys, thank you for coming on here. We love you.
Oh, thank you, Lexi.
If anybody else wanted to tell our viewers on closing, what do you want to say?
I just well, definitely follow me. I'm struggling trying to get this whole thing together of how social
tell the
media
people
works.
what's your Instagram. It's going to be on the screen, you guys.
My current Instagram is Black Madam Official on Instagram.
Spell it out for them.
Let's see, the @ BLACKMADAM official.
Official.
Yeah, Black
no
Madam
underscores,
official.
no
underscores, and no nothing.
You heard it here first. Thank you guys, and let's address it.
Buy the book.
And buy the book.
InfamousBlack.com.